We always begin with gratitude. So I want to thank you for being here and for doing whatever it is you needed to do to show up here. I'm so honored to have your energy and your presence in this space. And I hope that while you're tuning in, you allow yourself the space to be however you are at this moment. Peace, y'all. I'm LA, and I am a licensed clinical social worker, a holistic wellness therapreneur, and the creator of this channel, Reconnect with You. I want to extend a warm welcome and a hug to those of you who are new here. Thank you for tuning in. If you are returning, welcome back. If my vibe and energy or any of the contents of this channel resonate with you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be posting videos on the first and third Sunday of each month at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for hashtag Solitude Sunday to send y'all some good vibes to start off the week. This channel has a primary focus on wellness and will include sound baths, affirmations, tips for different aspects of wellness, and short talks focused on you and your relationship with yourself, which is the foundation for all of your other relationships and aspects of your life. So, are you ready to reconnect with you? If so, come on in and get comfortable, whatever getting comfortable looks and feels like for you. I'm doing something a little bit different with today's video, and I want to share with y'all how I start my day and what my morning routine looks like. Before I jump into sharing with y'all a little bit more about what my morning routine entails, I want to share that I do not sleep with my phone within reach of my bed. I actually have a lounge chair in my room that has an ottoman. And so I put my phone on the ottoman, which is not too far away from my bed, but I would not be able to reach it from my bed. I do that purposely so that I am not scrolling on my phone in the middle of the night or at night when it's time for me to go to sleep. I also do that so that I can get into the habit of not reaching for my phone first thing in the morning. I have done a couple of different things that have helped me to really ease into my day and help me to start my day off in a really centered and peaceful place. What I will do is I will hold myself accountable to not using my phone at all for the first hour of the day. Another thing that's been helpful for me is spending that first hour of the day in silence. So not turning on any music, not speaking. Sometimes I might wake up singing, which I love doing. So those are two practices that have helped me to really ease into my day. The very first thing that I do in the morning, and my mom will be very proud, I actually got this from her, is that I walk around the house and I open up all of the blinds or the curtains. And I do this because it allows natural light to come in. I have plants, and so my plants love natural light. I also like the natural light as well. The next thing that I do after that is I pour a full glass of water and I drink the entire glass. This is beneficial because it helps to get rid of any bacteria that's in your mouth just from sleeping. Also helps to get your digestive system going after a night of rest. After I drink my glass of water, I brush my teeth and I wash my face. I know that that's a given, or I think it's a given for most people, but I did want to include that is also a part of my morning routine. If you are liking this video so far and getting a lot out of it, taking some good notes, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and comment below about your takeaways from this video. The next thing that I do as a part of my morning routine is that I make my bed. I make my bed every single day, but it's pretty rare that I don't make my bed up. It actually does not feel right to me to not make my bed, which is strange because I did not used to be that way. I used to be one of those people that never made my bed, and now that it's become a habit of mine, it does not feel right for me to start my day and my bed is not made. The next thing that I do is I sit for meditation, and I usually do about 20 minutes. This helps me to really tap into a sense of peace and calm at the beginning of my day. It helps me to practice sitting and being still. It helps me to connect with my inner world and my thoughts. Doing meditation at the beginning of my day or in the morning is the best time for me to do it. It's really helpful for me to do it at a time when I can do it consistently, and the morning is that time for me. These next few things that are part of my morning routine, I kind of do them together. So not simultaneously, but I kind of do them back to back. So what I'll do is I'll sit down and I turn on my happy light, which I think used to be called a sad light. So a lot of people use it to help with seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder. The first thing that I do is I read aloud my affirmations. So I have an affirmations journal that I started thanks to my best friend. I started this at the end of, I think it was the end of November. And I really wanted to start the affirmations journal to help me stop any self-limiting beliefs or disempowering thoughts that I was having about myself. What I include in the journal, which is a part of my bedtime routine, which I may do a separate video for, is that I write or create one affirmation for myself per day. And I don't necessarily limit myself to one affirmation, but one affirmation is what I've been able to stick to. And it's pretty easy and it's pretty quick for me to do. So I've just been sticking to one. But I write one affirmation for myself every night. And then in the morning, what I do is that I read all of the affirmations. So I do that as a part of my morning routine, and I read those affirmations aloud. The next thing that I do is I use the feelings wheel to identify how I'm feeling. And it's really a way for me to check in with myself. Checking in with yourself has a lot of different benefits, and it can help you to increase your awareness, help you to create a routine or a practice just around being mindful. Next thing that I do, which is one of my favorite parts of my morning routine, is that I pull an oracle card for myself. So I actually have a few different tarot decks and oracle decks that I use for personal use. And so this deck that I use in the morning is an oracle deck. And so I shuffle the cards and I choose a card that has a message that I might need to hold in mind that particular day. And so that is another part of my morning routine. So I choose a card, and then I have a booklet that kind of has a short passage explaining to me the meaning of the card. And then I can also use my intuition to decide what messages are there for me or what resonates with me as it relates to that particular card. The last thing that I do as a part of this like cluster of activities is that I identify the daily highlight. And I actually got this from another YouTuber. I can't remember their name, and I'm sure the video is somewhere in my favorites. They were recommending tips for how you can increase productivity. The daily highlight means if you don't get anything else done that particular day, what is the thing that you have to get done? One thing I want to clarify about the daily highlight is that it does not have to be a work task. It could be something unrelated. It could be like, oh, I need to call my brother, or I need to go grocery shopping. I want to take a midday nap today. So I just wanted to give you some examples of what I mean by daily highlight. The last thing that I do as a part of my morning routine is I do my dream journaling. So I did another video about different types of journals and how to use them, which I will add the tag to for this video. I've kept that journal for over 10 years now. And one of the things that I do is if I recall a dream from the night before, I'll write out the details of the dream. I'll identify themes that might have come up in the dream. If there were any people that I know in real life or any people that I recognized. So I usually carve out about 20 to 30 minutes of my morning routine to do dream journaling. So that's the kind of the last part of my morning routine. I want to name that my morning routine has changed a lot over the years. It also changes with the weather. So right now we're in winter and it's pretty cold outside in the morning when I wake up. But in the summertime, I usually go for a walk as one of the first things I do during the day as a part of my morning routine. So that's something that will likely shift again for me as the weather gets warmer and the weather permits for me to go for a walk early in the morning. I hope that hearing about my morning routine helps you to get to know me better, but also just gives you some ideas for things that you can do as a part of your morning routine. Creating a morning routine or even a bedtime routine or any kind of routine is really easy for me because one of my strengths is discipline. I hope that something that I shared was helpful or resonated with you. Today's video does not have a prompt for journaling or reflection, but I do want to leave you with a bonus tip. One thing that's been really helpful for me with my morning routine is that all of the activities that I named, I've actually timed those activities. By the time I finished the timing of those activities, I was able to know, okay, my morning routine takes 2 hours and sometimes 2.5 hours. So then that means for me to give myself some cushion, I need anywhere from 2 hours to 3 hours in the morning before I start my day to complete my full morning routine. Well, that is what I have for y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to connecting with y'all again soon, but in the meantime, reconnect with you. Namaste.